Hey guys, I'm Asher. As you can see from the video title, today we will talk about Bell, the protagonist of the story that we like so much. We will talk about his past before going to Aurario, skills, and some curiosities that you may not have known. But, I must say beforehand that I'm going to tell you Bell's current level and skills according to the last volume of the light novel. Although I won't give many details of how the boy managed to increase his power so much, that will be seen in Season 5. By the way, as a precaution, I have created a secondary channel, so please subscribe to that channel as well. Also, if you like my videos and want to help the channel, you can do it on Patreon or by becoming a member here on YouTube. The links will be in the description. But well, without anything else to say, let's get started. Let's start from the beginning. Bell was born as a result of the union between a member of the Zeus familia and Materia of the Hera familia, some time after the defeat of both familias by the one-eyed black dragon. But his parents were not high-level adventurers. In fact, Bell's father was the weakest human in his familia, and therefore his rank was similar to Lily's in the Hestia familia. Bell's mother, on the other hand, unfortunately suffered from an incurable disease that weakened her as the years went by. Bell's only relative who was a powerful adventurer was his Aunt Althea, his mother's sister. But he never met her because Althea decided to stay away from Bell, as she considered herself unworthy of caring for him because she chose her own interests over the child. After giving birth to Bell, Materia was only able to care for him for a short period of time before her health condition worsened due to her illness, so she was forced to leave the child to Zeus to raise and care for him. After the death of Bell's mother, Zeus took the child to raise him as his grandson in a rural village deep in the mountains. As he grew up, he heard and read many stories about heroes because of his grandfather, forming his dream of aspiring to be one himself. Bell spent his early childhood living peacefully in that village with his grandfather. But after his grandfather's supposed death, he took it upon himself to leave the village, traveling to the land of Aurario to fulfill his dreams. And the rest is history. Now let's talk about Bell's current skills as an adventurer. Bell is currently level 5, and these are his stats. I'm not going to go into detail on everything Bell had to go through to get his stats so high, I'll just explain his characteristics, skills, and techniques as an adventurer. Talking about his fighting style, Bell mainly employs a hit-and-run tactic coupled with a dual-wielding knife style to confront his opponents. His fighting style is based mainly on his speed. Bell uses it to overwhelm his opponents, and thanks to this he can dominate opponents whose overall prowess is greater than his own. His fighting style also has a striking resemblance to Ai's, due to his training under her. He has also on a few occasions used a greatsword to battle. In his first usage, Tiona pointed out that he was terrible with it, though he still managed to use it to seriously injure and push back his opponent, the 9th floor Minotaur. Since his confrontation with the Juggernaut, Bell has become adept at using his Goliath muffler as a whip to hold his enemies in place or deviate their attacks, as well as an improvised shield. Due to his rapid growth, Bell suffers from a lack of experience that has led him to have inferior fighting skills for someone of his rank at various points in his career. Fortunately, in the past Bell has been mentored by Ice, Tiona and Ryu at different important moments, which has made him a lot better in that sense. However, his skills are still inferior to those of the most experienced adventurers. Despite all this, his skills still greatly improve his combat ability. Even Agni has recognized Bell's potential. While he described his techniques as the most basic of the basics, the Dark Elf also noted that when his life is in danger his responses expand in unexpected ways, making him strong when he is in a pinch. As a result of having SS and SSS stats at each level, Bell has grown to become a powerful adventurer that far surpasses others of the same level. When his level 3 stats were still low, he was on par with Aisha, who was one of the strongest level 3 at the time. As a high level 3, his overall prowess was close to Dix's, who had the status of a level 4 due to the effects of his curse. Aisha pointed out that as a new level 4, Bel's status was at least mid-level 4 tier while his agility seemed to be at the top of level 4, and later proved to be even higher. Thanks to this, Bel has been able to clash with and defeat enemies above his level. When he was a completely new level 4, he defeated an irregular Moss Huge that Aisha recognized she would have great difficulty defeating in spite of having been level boosted to level 5. Now, let's talk about Bel's magic, skills and techniques. Firebolt is Bel's only magic he learned from reading the grimoire he borrowed from Seer. It is a no-chant magic, which only requires saying the magic's name to activate it. Because of this, it can be used quickly, making it a good complement to his speed-focused combat style. Bel frequently uses it at short range and at most in medium range, however, long range is his weakest point. If he is facing a distant, fast-moving enemy, landing a shot becomes significantly more difficult. Although the lack of a chant makes it a weak magic, Bel's level and high magic stat makes it a strong attack capable of either killing or just taking out monsters and people of a lower level than Bel's in a single shot, and deal heavy damage to opponents of the same level. He sometimes combines it with Argonaut for stronger damage. Bel is currently unable to learn any more magic without a grimoire. However, he rejected Hestia's proposal to use one since he is not a mage and dislikes the idea of using magic that requires time to chant. Lyris Freeze increases the speed of Bel's growth as long as he is in love. The strength of the effects is related to the strength of Bel's feelings. As a side effect, it makes him immune to charms. It also allows him to exceed the limit of his abilities, having had stats in the SS and SSS ranks in all his previous levels. Due to Bel's own nature, the skill would cease to work if his feelings changed and he fell in love with a girl other than Eyes. Argonaut allows a charge for active action. It allows Bel to spend stamina and mind to perform a single powerful attack called the Hero's Strike by Hestia. The longer the charge, the more powerful it is, and therefore the higher the cost of stamina and mind will be. Bel needs to think of a hero to activate the skill and can only create a charge in one place at a time. Initially, the full charge was 3 minutes, but it was later extended to 4 minutes when Bel reached level 4, and then to 5 minutes when Bel reached level 5. When he performs a charge, the skill creates a noise that sounds like a small chime. It can be used to strengthen attacks that originate from him or to help him move, but the effects will dissipate when he is attacked or if he loses focus. If he charges the skill into something other than himself, the charge will dissipate a few moments after it leaves his hand. Bel is also capable of dispelling a charge at will, but doing so does not restore his stamina and mind, leaving him just as exhausted as if he had used it. Also, using the skill damages whatever he's charging as recoil, destroying weapons after use and severely injuring his hand when he used it to punch Dix. The damage is implied to be worse the longer the skill is charged. During a limit off, the skill's power grows exponentially and it sounds like a grand bell, hence it being named Grand Bell while it is enhanced by this state, as well as seemingly gaining the passive effect of restoring and raising the morale of those who hear its chime. Following his defeat to Asterius, Bel began experimenting with Argonaut, and came up with a new application of the focusing aspect of the skill, referring to it as dual charge, allowing him to charge 2 attacks at once instead of the usual one. Argo Vesta is Bel's new technique using Argonaut's dual charge that's named after Hestia. He first casts Firebolt on the Hestia knife, then uses Argonaut on both of them to charge them at once, surrounding them with particles of light. Due to the skill, the magic envelops the blade and spreads out, making the blade as thick as a sword and as long as a short sword. The heat and brilliance increase the longer it's charged, making it give off a crimson light, and once he reaches the desired charge time, Bel slashes at his opponent. The power from the attack causes a bright flash of light and sends out both a heat wave and a shock wave. Ox Slayer heavily increases all abilities when fighting Raging Bull type monsters, potentially making Bel stronger than his actual level when fighting them. Vanitas Tavere raises all of Bel's stats by a large amount, and regenerates his stamina and mind when charm is being used on him. Luck is a rare development ability Bel chose once he reached level 2. It is an unprecedented ability, as Aina hadn't heard of it, even though she was a guild member, and Hestia states that it's close to divine protection. Overall, it improves his luck, such as finding resources in the dungeon and getting drops more frequently, in addition to winning repeatedly at a casino. Cassandra believes that his luck is what allows him to believe her prophecies. Abnormal resistance negates the effects of abnormalities such as poison. Bel has reached rank G, so almost nothing can affect him, even the strongest poisons in high doses. And last but not least, escape increases Bel's speed when running away. Bel obtained it at level 4 after all the running he did being chased by enemies since level 1. This skill will be of great use to Bel in the near future. And well, that was all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, share the video and leave your opinion in the comments. I'll be reading them. Also join Discord, there we can talk about DanMachi and even other animes. The link is in the description. Thanks for the support, and see you next time.